Perhaps one of the most notable and famous forts of the Mughal era stands in the historical city of Lahore. Lahore Fort, also known as Shahi Qila, is one of the oldest forts of the subcontinent, yet one of the most majestic of all of them. This architectural masterpiece contains 21 monuments which date back to Emperor Akbar and was constantly modified and rebuilt during the 17th century by featured both Hindu and Islamic architectural ideas. In the 16th century, Lahore became Akbar's capital and in 1580 he established the Lahore Fort as it is known today. Since his reign, successive leaders have made their mark on the fort including Shah Jahan's 17th century Crystal Palace or Sheesh Mahal. The entrance to the fort is the Alamgiri Gate, built by Aurangzeb in 1674 as a private entrance to the royal quarters. It was large enough to allow several elephants carrying members of the royal household to enter at one time. The small Moti Masjid was built by Shah Jahan in 1644 for the private use of the ladies of the royal household and was restored to its original delicacy in 1904. After the Mughal Empire fell in the 18th century, the Lahore fort was ransacked and many of its buildings were damaged. However, it has now been carefully restored, allowing visitors to enjoy its original splendor. The Lahore fort houses three museums: the Mughal Museum, the Armory Gallery, and the Sikh Museum. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Derawar Fort is a large square fortress in Ahmedpur, East Tehsil in Punjab province of Pakistan. Approximately 130 kilometers south of the city of Bahawalpur, the forty bastions of Derawar are visible for many miles in the Cholistan desert. The walls have a perimeter of 1500 meters and stands up to 30 meters high. Derawar Fort was first built in the 9th century by Rai Jajja Solanki, a Hindu Rajput ruler of the Solanki clan, as a tribute to Rawal Devraj Bhatti, the king of Jaisalmer and Bahawalpur. The fort was initially known as Dera Rawal and later referred to as Dera Rawar, which with the passage of times came to pronounce Derawar. In the 18th century, the fort was taken over by Muslim Nawabs of Bahawalpur from the Shahotra tribe. It was later rebuilt in its current form in 1732 by the Abbasi ruler Nawab Sadiq Muhammad. The Derawar Fort has been an important monument through the ages. This historically significant fort presents an enormous and impressive structure in the heart of Cholistan Desert. Rohtas Fort is a 16th century fortress located near the city of Jhelum in the Punjab province of Pakistan. The fort is one of the largest and most formidable in the subcontinent. The fortress was built by Raja Todarmal on the orders of Sher Shah Suri, partly to suppress the local Gaghar tribes of what was then the Potohar region. Some Gaghar tribes were allies of the Mughal Empire and refused to recognize the suzerainty of Sher Shah Suri. The fort is known for its large defensive walls and several monumental gateways. Rohtas Fort was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1997 as an exceptional example of the Muslim military architecture of Central and South Asia. Rohtas Fort was built on a hill overlooking a gorge where Kahan River meets a seasonal stream called Pernal Khas within the Tila Jogian range. The fort is about 300 feet above its surroundings. It is 2,660 feet above sea level and covers an area of 70 hectares. The fort forms an irregularly shaped triangle and follows the contours of the hill it was constructed on. The Rohtas Fort has 12 gates, all built of old stone. This fort was built in a style that draws from Turkish, Middle Eastern, and South Asian artistic traditions.